What is this bruise on my shoulders? Duh. It's me carrying the weight of academia's bullshit. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm Xanthi, the feral academic. Call me Xanthi or feral. They're both true. And welcome to the authentic academic movement where we are feral, honest, and aggressively anti-bullshit. Personal updates. I don't go to therapy anymore. Can you tell? I'm fine, really. It's just that last week was my last, and I cried. I unexpectedly got emotional because I'd been going for 2 years straight. It just feels like a break in routine. But I have the tools now. My therapist and I set up a plan where I can still check in with myself and use those tools because they are part of me. Speaking of therapy, in today's class, we are going to discuss the thing that you are afraid to say is what will set you free. Academia and societal expectations are always trying to train you to self-censor when it's the most powerful thing that you have, your voice. I mean, that's what The Little Mermaid was about. Come on now. It's always don't offend anyone. Don't be cringe. Don't be emotional. Don't be too honest. Don't. It's like a bag of don't Ritos, and I did not like this flavor. I have grown up with people constantly telling me this, even today. Nowadays, instead of don't do that, like when I was a little girl, now it's don't say that because of the reputation, or be careful who you upset. But it's never, maybe those people should be reevaluating their own attitudes and actually listen and actually look at changing for the better, helping people and being kind. They don't want you to be you. They want you to do what they want. I'm a PhD student in horror. I'm a horror director. I am going to run through some scenarios about why it is so important for you to speak your truth and say what you are scared to say because it's catharsis. Let's start with the PhD. Academia is full of unsaid rules. Write like this, dress like this, speak like this. And in the UK, it's politeness over any other ness. Follow this formula to the T. That reminds me of a specific anecdote, which I do not remember the details of. There was a professor that told me there was a period of shitty cinema, and it wasn't the good shitty. It was the bad shitty. It was where producers would be pumping out these movies because they just follow a formula. These movies were no heart, nothing within them. When I was in USC Film School and working on my thesis during the pandemic, I was able to connect with Oz Perkins, one of my favorite directors, Eva. He told me something that never left my mind. He said to make films that were meaningful. I'm not going to mention the example of the film that he was like, don't make a movie like that. But he essentially said, do not make garbage. That really stuck with me. I am the type of person that enjoys garbage every now and then, but that really stuck in my mind because your energy and your voice is so valuable and it's limited. I mean, your voice is not limited. Your energy is limited. Be specific about who you are. Let's say you're trying to be you out in the world. And this can mean anything from like applying to a university program to speaking up in class. And if you're not able to be specific in what you want to say, it's going to sound like gobbledygook, generic. For example, another USC Film School tidbit. I did a horror short, not my thesis, called Aubergine. It was about a child with depression. I worked with an 11-year-old actress who I still work with today, and they're 18 now, which is so insane. My editing professor, Ren Claire, I wonder how she's doing. Ren Claire, how you doing? Yeah, she's so lovely. She was the assistant editor on It, the miniseries, the Tim Curry one. who, by the way, is an alum of my university. It's wild that they do not plant his face on the walls of every building because he's a legend. Anyway, I am distracted. What are we talking about? Ren Claire. She was like watching my film when it was cut together already. And she was like, you don't try to be like anyone else. And I was like, oh my God, that is the biggest compliment ever, especially in film school. Well, they're very honest, and especially from her. She doesn't give out compliments that easy. She's French. I'm not saying that to brag or anything. What I'm saying is there's no original idea, right? But I remember when I wrote and directed that film, I just made what I wanted to see. Wasn't consciously copying anything. How I was feeling at a certain time of my life. That's all I was doing, is putting that to screen. Paper and then screen. So follow your gut. Don't think too hard. Just be like, what do I want to see right now? Everything is temporary. So let's say PhD, making movies. It's one thing out of so many other things you're going to create. Just be true to who you are in that moment, because we are always evolving. We're evolving in this very minute. But if you're like, Xanthi, I am scared of consequences. The best opportunities that came into my life is because I said something that I was scared to say or do something that I was scared to do. What consequences? Consequences of joy? Consequences of opportunity? Risk it. But so-and-so said I shouldn't do it. So-and-so is not you or you. Sometimes people tell you not to do something because they're projecting their own fears onto you. They're not you. Sometimes they're very well-intentioned. They're scared for you because they never reached a point in their life where they believed in themselves into something that seemed impossible. It goes back to following you. Quick story time. When I went viral for the first time, I was in art school. This was years ago. It was because I was so passionate about the McRib. Yes, the McDonald's sandwich. Do not hate. It is delicious, and it has a long history in my family. When I told my friend that my speech blew up online, she was like, did you speak out about that because you want attention? That did not sit right with me, because what kind of friend would, first of all, her tone, and then that question. Other people would say, oh, you were so brave to speak out about that, or it was inspiring. You must have been so nervous with all those people listening. Some people call me batshit crazy, but my friend was not giving friend. Is it so wrong to want attention? You know, the definition of attention in the dictionary is bruh. I was writing into the search bar attention IMDb. I meant attention dictionary is like, oh my God, film is just running through my veins. If there was a movie called Attention, who would star in it? You. Or me? All of us. Attention, according to Cambridge, to make someone notice you. Attention is to make someone notice you. And you know what the number one core need is in people? Not attention, it's to be heard. Going back to our theme today, the thing you're afraid to say, right? You see it? To be heard, the thing you're afraid to say. Is attention so wrong? To want to feel like you belong to community and what you say has value and you are appreciated for who you are and what you speak for. I don't mean attention as in like someone who is currently the US president. We want to be heard and seen, as you should be. To circle back on academia, imagine the human centipede. Stay with me here. Actually, I don't want to stay here. Who thought of bringing that up? Let's go to Hocus Pocus. Billy Butcherson. Zombie. His mouth sewed shut magically by Winnie Sanderson because she was jelly of her sister and he was in love with her. But Winnie didn't want to risk him sharing her secrets. I feel like academia is Winnie Sanderson. Threatened by the power of the voice, taking it personally, not giving the benefit of the doubt or respect that there may be something of value that comes out of academics or students' mouths. So they try to show it shut. I've had a few people say, be careful what you say on this vlog. Be careful what you say about university and academia. Again, why are we blaming people who are speaking the gosh darn truth? Take your bag of don't reados and shove it. Because when the university is kicking students off campus for protesting what is happening to Palestinians and spending our tuition money on ugly sculptures that nobody asked for when we need more resources, and probably you should use that money to train your well-being offices with proper mental health modules. I said what I said. When someone tries to serve you a bag of don't reados, you toss that aside, girl. I constantly feel like that person in the horror movie that's like, oh my God, there is a demon here. Please listen to me. Let's stop this. And then everyone else is just like, oh my gosh, you're just imagining things. You're just imagining things, Xanthi. This is how it is. This is normal in academia. I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm getting so gaslit. They continue to just tell me, whatever, it's in your head. Academia is not in my head. It is alive and unwell, but people want to lie to themselves because I was about to say drinking the Kool-Aid, but they're eating the don't reados. I want to bring this back to you. What is something that you feel in your bones that you need to express? Whether it's standing up for yourself, to your parents about wanting to pursue a certain career, or telling the conference organizer that it was low-key ableist, or there's someone in leadership that needs to be taken down a notch because they are problematic, do it. If you don't do it, no one else will. And if you're thinking about it all the time, obviously it means a lot to you. Don't gaslight yourself and speak your truth. Speak your truth, my friend, because if you don't, it will eat you up inside. Make sure you have a support system. Make sure you gather a friend or two or trusted one, not one that's going to ask you if you are looking for attention. You need emotional support when you are doing these things that are brave, because that's what it is. You're being brave. One little word, a sentence is brave when no one else dares to speak it. And that, my friends, is what I love about horror. It's the one genre that acknowledges that there's a monster that exists and you can overcome it. Academia rewards those who feed the monster, in this case, silence, being complicit and conforming. Not today. Don't let academia Billy Butcherson your voice. I believe in you. Okay, ferals, that is it for today. If you made it to the end, I love whatever delightful thing is wrong with you. Subscribe if you want to keep in touch. I am sending you love, hugs, and legal drugs. And remember, we're feral, not failures. See you in the next video. Class dismissed!